Welcome to our video on the Ottoman Empire, one of the most influential and powerful empires in history. In this video, we'll be exploring the rise and fall of this great civilization, examining its impact on the world, and uncovering fascinating insights into its culture, politics, and achievements. The Ottoman Empire began as a small state in the 14th century, founded by Osman I in what is now modern-day Turkey. Over the next few centuries, the Ottoman Empire would grow to encompass much of southeastern Europe, Western Asia, and northern Africa. At its height, it was one of the largest and most powerful empires in the world, spanning 3 continents and controlling vast resources, including some of the most important trade routes in the world. One of the keys to the Ottoman Empire's success was its military might. Ottoman soldiers were renowned for their discipline and effectiveness, and the empire's formidable army was feared and respected by its enemies. The Ottoman military was also instrumental in spreading the Islamic faith and the Ottoman culture, which helped to solidify the empire's hold over its territories. But the Ottoman Empire was more than just a military powerhouse. It was also a hub of artistic and cultural achievement, producing some of the most iconic works of art, literature, and architecture of its time. From the stunning mosques of Istanbul to the intricate calligraphy of Ottoman manuscripts, the Ottoman Empire was a beacon of creativity and innovation, leaving a lasting legacy that can still be seen today. In this video, we'll be exploring the many facets of the Ottoman Empire, from its early days to its eventual decline and collapse. We'll be examining the empire's lasting impact on the world and uncovering new insights into its fascinating history. So join us on this journey through time and discover the rich and complex history of the Ottoman Empire. To understand the origins of the Ottoman Empire, we need to go back to the late 13th century, a time when Anatolia was in a state of political and social upheaval. This was a time when a number of Turkish tribes were vying for power, and the region was constantly in a state of flux. Amidst this chaos, a young warrior named Osman emerged as a powerful leader. Osman was a member of one of the many Turkish tribes that had settled in Anatolia, but he had a vision of creating a powerful and unified state that could resist the encroachment of foreign powers. Osman and his followers were able to build a strong military force, which they used to conquer neighboring territories and expand their influence. They also developed a unique political and social system, which allowed them to integrate the various tribes and peoples under their rule. Over the next few decades, the Ottoman state grew in power and influence, thanks to a combination of military might, religious zeal, and effective governance. Osman's successors, including Orhan and Murad, continued to expand the empire, eventually conquering much of southeastern Europe and Western Asia. Religion was also a key factor in the success of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans embraced Islam and saw themselves as the protectors of the faith. They built many mosques and religious schools, and supported the spread of Islamic learning and culture throughout their territories. The Ottoman Empire was also notable for its unique political and social system, which was based on the principles of justice, meritocracy, and tolerance. The Ottomans created a complex system of government, with various levels of administration and a sophisticated legal code. They also allowed people of different religions and cultures to live and worship together, creating a diverse and cosmopolitan society. The origins of the Ottoman Empire are a fascinating story of conquest, culture, and innovation. In the next chapter, we'll be exploring the rise of the Ottoman Empire, as it grows into one of the most powerful and influential empires in history. In 1453, the Ottoman Empire achieved one of the most significant victories in its history, the Conquest of Constantinople. This event marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, and the beginning of a new era in Ottoman history. For centuries, Constantinople had been a key center of trade, culture, and political power. It was also the capital of the Byzantine Empire, which had been in decline for many years, weakened by internal strife and external threats. The Ottoman Empire, under the leadership of Sultan Mehmed II, had been preparing for the conquest of Constantinople for many years. They had built a massive army, and had invested in the latest military technology, including massive siege cannons that could breach the city's walls. In the spring of 1453, the Ottoman army launched their attack on the city. They faced fierce resistance from the defenders, who fought bravely but were ultimately overwhelmed by the Ottoman forces. Despite their defeat, the Byzantine Empire had left a lasting legacy on the city of Constantinople. The Ottomans recognized this, and made efforts to preserve the city's cultural heritage. They converted the Hagia Sophia, the city's most famous church, into a mosque, but also maintained many of its original features, such as its iconic dome. The conquest of Constantinople was a turning point in Ottoman history, as it established the empire as a major power in Europe and Asia. In the next chapter, we'll be exploring the legacy of the Ottoman Empire, and how it shaped the course of world history. The conquest of Constantinople was a momentous event that changed the course of history. Join us in the next chapter as we explore the rise and fall of the Ottoman Empire, and its lasting impact on the world. During the 16th and 17th centuries, the Ottoman Empire experienced a period of unparalleled prosperity and cultural achievement. This era, known as the Golden Age of the Ottoman Empire, was marked by major advances in science, art, and literature. The Ottoman Empire was home to many brilliant thinkers and artists during this period. One of the most notable was the polymath Ibrahim Mutafarrika, who introduced the printing press to the empire, revolutionizing the spread of knowledge and information. Another major figure of the Golden Age was the architect Mimar Sinan, who designed some of the most iconic buildings of the Ottoman Empire, including the Selimiye Mosque in Edirne and the Süleymaniyye Mosque in Istanbul. The Ottoman Empire also experienced major military successes during this period. In 1526, the Ottomans defeated the Hungarian army at the Battle of Mohacs, cementing their position as a major power in Europe. Despite its many achievements, the Golden Age of the Ottoman Empire was not without its challenges. The empire faced internal strife and external pressures from European powers, and many of the advances made during this period would later be lost. Nevertheless, the legacy of the Golden Age of the Ottoman Empire endures to this day. Join us in the next chapter as we explore the decline and eventual dissolution of the empire, and its lasting impact on world history. As the 18th century dawned, the Ottoman Empire found itself facing a number of challenges. The empire was experiencing economic decline, political instability, and military defeats at the hands of European powers. In response, the Ottomans embarked on a program of reform to modernize the empire and address these pressing issues. The reforms of the Ottoman Empire were wide-ranging and ambitious. The empire modernized its legal system, implemented new education programs, and introduced modern infrastructure such as railroads and telegraph lines. The military was also restructured and modernized, with new training methods and equipment. Despite these efforts, the Ottoman Empire continued to face challenges from within and without. Nationalist movements in regions like Greece and Serbia threatened the empire's territorial integrity, while European powers continued to exert influence over Ottoman affairs. Join us in the final chapter as we explore the dissolution of the Ottoman Empire, and the legacy it left behind. By the early 20th century, the Ottoman Empire was on the brink of collapse. The empire had suffered a series of devastating military defeats, lost much of its territory to European powers, and was facing mounting political unrest and economic hardship. In 1920, the Ottoman Empire was officially dissolved with the signing of the Treaty of Sèvres. This marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in the region's history. The collapse of the Ottoman Empire had far-reaching consequences for the Middle East and the world. It led to the rise of nationalist movements and the establishment of new states, as well as continued geopolitical tensions in the region. Despite its decline and eventual collapse, the Ottoman Empire left a lasting legacy on the region and the world. Its cultural and architectural heritage continue to inspire and captivate people today. The story of the Ottoman Empire is a rich and complex one, full of triumphs, challenges, and lessons for the present day. We hope you have enjoyed this journey through history and gained a deeper understanding of this fascinating period.